Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. So I really hate the idea of using an alarm clock, but I might have to because now it's 8:30. So you want to hear my excuse this time? Well, last night I went to ladies' night, and at ladies' night they like to drink. So, when in Rome, I really only actually had two, but two is plenty for me. And I came home and I was like, I am so relaxed. I'm so tired. Like, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not going to live stream or anything like that. I'm just going to get a good night's sleep. Well, that didn't happen because alcohol is just really quite the disruptor for a lot of people. Like, you think you're going to fall asleep and maybe you do right away, but then you wake up. But it just was crazy. And I did fall asleep, and then I remember my son waking me up to tell me something random, which, of course, on the one hand, I'm like, I'm so glad he wanted to talk to me because he's 17 and, can sometimes just ignore his mother. But yeah, then my whole night was choppy, and I woke up again and I had a weird dream. Like, all right, so I'm awake now. And today we're doing law number 54. The law of manifestation. And I am totally aware that I am always manifesting all of the time, which totally drives me almost insane when I catch wind that I am manifesting something that I don't want. It's like, dang it, I know better. So today we're going to talk about the law of manifestation. And then I have the herbal healing deck out. I'm just going to use that deck today because, the last couple times we've used that deck, I didn't really have time to dive into the cards too much. I was just like, okay, sounds like a good message. Gotta go, bye. But today, I might want to get nerdy with it, and just sort of, read a little bit more about the herbs. Because I feel like it's just been, a kind of a odd week here at Herb Oracle, missing a day or 2 days. Did I miss 2 days? I don't know. It don't matter. It's just here and now and looking forward. So let's read the law of manifestation. I love the number 54, 54. That's my birthday, May 4th. So I am totally keen on number 54. And actually, I think today's the 78th episode of where am I at? Herb Oracle. I was going to say Herbal Marie. But no, we're at Herb Oracle. And 78, that's the year I was born. So actually today is my birthday podcast. All right, that's a stretch. Okay, so here's the law of manifestation. And it's not too big. It's not too big, but we do have to pay attention. Speaking to myself. The law of manifestation. There are actions, sounds, techniques, mental energy, and symbols which, when understood, will enable one to manifest first energy. And then in parentheses it says love, more joy, peace, etc. So will enable one to manifest first energy into one's aura. Then, with practice and increased love held in the heart and emotional body, physical objects. All right, so first we get that first energy into our aura, more energy, more love, more peace. Then, with a little more practice and increasing love held in the heart and emotional body, then we manifest physical objects. It goes on to say, thought is a force, even as electricity or gravitation. The human mind is a spark of the almighty consciousness of God. Whatever the powerful mind, and in parentheses it says, holding a pure thought, that which excludes any other thought. So whatever the powerful mind holds, believes very intensely, will instantly come to pass. All right, those parentheses are throwing me off. Whatever the powerful mind believes very intensely will instantly come to pass. So yeah, our thoughts are energy. It's a force. And that's why we need to clean it up. We need to focus it. We need to quit being so like all over the damn place, thinking that our thoughts don't matter, because they do. They really do. And if you have a powerful mind where you've clarified it and your body's full of love and your aura is full of all this energy, you can literally think of something and pretty much almost instantly manifest it. It is happening quicker. So that's the law of manifestation. So what kind of actions, sounds, techniques, and mental energy and symbols even can we use today? What do we even understand at this point that will enable us to manifest that first energy? So what do we want to try to get into us more? More joy, more peace, more love, all those good vibes, right? That is the first energy of manifestation. And you know it if you're feeling it or not. You know. So let's try to get that into our aura today. And then, yeah, just try to get more love into our heart and in our emotional body. My Course in Miracles lesson today is something like, today I will not judge anything. And I was like, ah, shit. But it's true. That's where I need to go. I need to move into non-judgment. I need to move into love regardless of what is going on in my life. Just getting more love into my body, more happiness, more kindness, more good feelings, more forgiveness, more unjudgment, and more unconditional love. So there we go. There's our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday intentions. And then, yeah, hold that in our mind and in our body. And then once we put our thoughts on something, we're even more powerful into what kind of energy we're putting into that. So it's like, get your energy in alignment, get yourself feeling good, and then watch where the energy goes and be really super mindful about what you're thinking about and what you're focusing on. And yeah, so it's always the work. But yeah, we are all manifestors. It's just like whether or not we're manifesting something that we want or we don't want. But we could definitely be better manifestors. So there's always a way to improve it. There's always things you could add to your day, like maybe some sound healing, maybe just some music that gets you in that good feeling mood, like that playlist on your Spotify that you're like, dang, like when I listen to these songs, I am just happy. Don't listen to the songs that make you angry or feel like you're alone. No. I mean, come on, get the good vibes flowing. Get your aura going. I got some Nag Champa burning right now. I have some kava stress relief tea waiting for me in the kitchen. Like, I have major intentions today to get myself feeling better. Just, of course, one, for the sake of feeling better, and two, for the sake of the law of manifestation. And just, at this point, knowing better and feeling better and ultimately thinking better and then manifesting better. Whew, so yeah, another personal reason why I want to get my energy in a nice place is tomorrow I'm traveling with my daughters. We're having a girls' day out. We're going to an amusement park and a water park to kind of like, I don't know, have like one more good summer day. So that's going to be kind of interesting. I love that it's just going to be us girls. A little nervous though about finding the place. But I can do it. We can do it. And it'll be fun. And so I have that going on. And yeah, I just do want to do a good job of manifesting in my life. And I feel like I'm plenty aware. I'm plenty aware of where I've done wrong. I'm plenty aware of the bullshit. I'm plenty aware that like I could be doing better. So surely, you know, there is improvements that I could make, or just even apply what I do know. I think that's a big message for me today. Like when the law of manifestation was talking about the actions, sounds, techniques, mental energy, and symbols, like all of these little tricks of the trade, like affirmations, mantras, like I've always kind of wanted to learn like mudras, which is like how you like put your hands when you meditate or when you do affirmations. And I actually have the Mayan oracle that for each card, not each card, but the archetype cards, it has an affirmation and it has a mudra, and they're more than just yogic mudras. They're like, you have like your arms all over the place and kind of like you're acting it out. But it's like, why not just indulge in some of these symbolic practices just to see if it can tweak your energy anymore? And or just, you know, if you know that a gratitude journal would serve you well and you're not doing it, like just start doing it. I'm talking to myself here. And because like I even said the other night that I needed to start doing my gratitude journal, which I've always called mine my Grateful Goddess Appreciation Journal. And just all I need to do is write down 5 things just to get that lovey-dovey energy flowing in my veins. So yeah, I think that is definitely what's kind of missing from my manifestation equation right now. So I need to get that going on. I need to almost really be adamant that it does not depend on anyone else. Like try to just get that lovey-dovey vibe going on solo within me without the help of anybody else, because yeah, like you just can't count on people sometime. But could I nonetheless still be unconditionally loving towards everyone and appreciate them even if they do fall short every single damn time? You know. All right, so herbal healing deck, I've already got 2 cards laid out, and I just want this deck to know that we are talking about manifestation, and if there's a message to be had, give it to us, how we could be better manifestors, how we could be better manifestors. So I have 4 cards laid out. This is, I see me do this layout all the damn time. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like top, bottom, left, and right. It looks like east, west, north, south, except a little closer. But that's where I want to go today. So I'm just gonna pull them. They're all face down right now. I'm just gonna have them show themselves to us, who our herbal allies are for on this TGIF. See how I did that? I didn't even say FU. So I'm already improving my vibration. All right, so first we have Cherry. We have a cherry tree, first of all. She is all about sexual healing. I know that for sure. She's about renewal. She's about a return to innocence. She's about, getting back to love. She's got this beautiful pink light in her heart space. Her eyes are pink. Her little cherry blossom flowers are light pink. She's got pink swirls in her bark. She is feminine to the max. She is sweet. She is love. She is love. She is love. It's like, I know I can't be this tree in any capacity, hardly, but maybe just a little bit, right? She's like, just be a little bit of me. But she's so sweet. She's so sweet. So she has a message for us of renewal. So, yeah, let's renew some of these practices that we know damn well are good for us. Let's renew our interest and learning to be better manifestors. Let's renew love in our life. Like if there was a love library, go renew your books, because, yeah, they have been overdue for a checkout. Renew yourself. Get back to your innocence. Do your healing work. We've got a lot of messages this week, regardless of where I've showed up, whether it's been here or Herbal Marie or my YouTube channel, or other people pulling me cards. It's all about healing, sexual healing, healing intimacy, and renewing ourselves. So figure out what's tripping you up and let's heal it. Let's renew it. Let's make it feel better. Our next card is chickweed. So little sweet chickweed. So far, everyone's super sweet. Everyone's super sweet so far. Chickweed's all about perspective. Okay. She is emerald green. She has an emerald diamond energy right in her third eye. It seems like nighttime in the card. But her eyes are open wide, like totally lighted. And the chickweed star flowers, the stellaria blossoms are just magnificent looking. So yeah, I mean, coming in after renewal, it's like, yeah, let's renew our perspective. Let's get a little change going on. Let's start to look at things a little bit differently. And maybe that story that you've been telling everybody needs to be edited. It's time to edit your story. It's time to change your perspective. Let's look at this story from a different perspective. Heck, if you got some grief against somebody, let's look at it from their perspective. Let's become them just for a few moments and see what it might look like from them, from where they're sitting. It's like quit being such a selfish bugger all the time. Next card. And then we'll come back and we'll just dive a little deeper with the book from the Herbal Healing deck, because the book is amazing, y'all. Buy the deck just for the book. I promise you. You will not be disappointed. Our next card is butterfly weed. Okay, 3 for 3 on the sweetness factor, okay? Because here we have the butterfly weed, like just shooting energy up, light going straight up to source, rainbows arcing out to the either side. We have a beautiful butterfly and on the stem of the plant. And yeah, that energy is anchored down under the ground where there is a secondary rainbow shooting into Gaia on either side. It's an amazing, incredible blast of love, rainbow energy. Very subtle but powerful, transformation has happened. So as we renew ourselves, as we change our perspective, we are literally transforming our hearts, our minds, our energetic bodies, and our energy. Therefore, we will transform our manifestations. Doesn't that feel like thank you, Jesus? Thank you, baby Jesus. Thank you, self, and thank you, higher self, and thank you, will, like our personal will, our higher will, God's will, whatever. Thank you, energy. Thank you, discipline. Who do you need when you transform yourself? Who do you want to thank first? Right? Give yourself a pat on the back. Sit up straight, put your shoulders back, be proud, honey. Be so proud of the work you have put into yourself and into your energy and into your life. You're a butterfly now. Aw. So 3 for 3 for sweetness. So let's just see now that we've renewed, now that we really did the work to transform our perspective and our energy, and we've transformed ourselves into something so beautiful. Now what? Now what do we want to manifest? Now what do we want to do? Now what do we want to focus on? Now where do we want to go? We were just these fat little gluttonous caterpillars stuck on our leaf. right? That's all we knew. We were doing the best with what we had, but now we're butterflies. We can fly anywhere. So our final card for Friday here, it's motherwort with a message of initiation. So motherwort's like, congratulations, sweetheart, as she looks at us with these kind, beautiful blue eyes, calm, all-knowing, so wise. She says, congratulations, sweetheart. We are going to open a door for you that you didn't even know. We're going to allow you in now into different energetic spaces, right? Because doors only open for us if one, we're a vibrational match, two, we're ready, right? And three, we're willing to walk through them. So another message from Motherwort is she's saying, yeah, didn't it seem like such bullshit for so long? But it was just part of the initiation process. You needed to clear. You needed to heal. You needed to understand. You needed to have this experience and this knowledge and this perspective. And now that you've transformed and you've grown and you've done your work and you've renewed yourself and you're ready for more, now you have proven yourself. You have passed this initiation, and here we go. On to the next thing, right? Kind of like on into the mystery. Motherwort also comes with this mystery kind of vibe, like, we don't even actually know what's next. It's like we think we know what we want to manifest, but the universe is like, but you know what, honey? I got even something better lined up for you. I've been talking to your higher self, and we just think you would love this. So I love that idea. Like, yes, please. Like, but you have to be a vibrational match to more fun, more love, more mystery, more opening, more awareness, more expansion. You have to be ready for that. So it's like, if you're still in that stage of opening your butterfly wings, that's cool. Keep on renewing yourself. Keep on doing your work. Keep on expanding your perception. But as soon as you are ready to fly and flutter and flit, get ready, because this is definitely not all of it. There is more. There is more joy, more love, and more experience to be had. And if you let yourself go through that door, you are gonna be glad. Yeah, yeehaw. When Sadie Marie starts getting rhymey, whew, you know she's feeling happy. Okay, so let us just get a little nerdy with it. Cherry renewal. So does anybody have a cherry tree? Just asking so I can come sit around it, because I would just love to be by this energy today. She is just such a sweetheart. I'm so excited that she is leading us into this message today. And I love how much movement she has within her trunk. Like, she's real cute and she's curvy. She's little, she's just a little thing. She's a sweetie. So the book starts out with a quote from Walt Disney. "The worst of us is not without innocence, although buried deeply it might be." All right. So it's like, just to interrupt myself, I see the groundhog. What you doing? So yeah, even, it is so cute. It's so little and tiny right now. Yeah, everybody has a little bit of innocence. It might be buried deep. But at one point, everybody was a sweet child and everybody was a baby. So it's like somewhere in there, you still have it. They still have it. So wild or cultivated cherry trees have many uses. You can use the bark for coughs and fever. So she is very medicinal. Like, she's sweet, but she's a gorgeous little thing here, but she is also powerful medicine. It's also a cardiovascular remedy, which could soothe heart palpitations and tone the heart muscle. So Native Americans used it, and modern herbalists still use it for even that thing. There's an herbalist named Kiva Rose who uses a tincture of the bark and the flowers as a calming mood enhancer in cases of grief, irritation, anxiety, and insomnia. So that would be a beautiful tincture to experience. I love trying new things, and yeah, that would be wonderful. That's using the bark and the flowers of the cherry tree. So I think I might have some cherries in my freezer right now. Cherry fruit is also gaining popularity because you may have heard of tart cherry juice, like unsweetened tart cherry juice. It's been shown to help soothe the pain and inflammation of arthritis, and it also supports heart function. It contains antioxidants, it's good for the entire system, and it also, I guess, has melatonin, which promotes restful sleep. So I love that. Like, personally, I've been doing such a shit job of sleeping at night. Like, maybe obviously I need to invite cherry into my life. Maybe get some of that tart juice, drink it at night. Blend up my cherries for the love of God and just drink them down in a smoothie or something. This says even the cherry stems. Yeah, the stem of the cherry can be made into a tea, which benefits the kidneys. So there is a lot of things that you can do, but yeah, I mean, I'm kind of interested. Like, I don't really want to supplement with melatonin. No thanks. Like, I just don't want to do that. But to know that cherries are a natural source of it is super motivating to get more cherry into my life. So let's talk about the symbolism of the cherry tree. She represents innocence and virginity. Yeah, I guess I do remember that expression, like pop your cherry. Okay, as well as fertility, feminine beauty, and sexuality. So there is this heritage of the cherry tree, and in Japanese culture, where they use the cherry blossoms, they call them sakura, and they're highly celebrated during Hanami festivals. So this is an ancient celebration that coincides with the height of the sakura bloom. Because the picturesque beauty of these blooms lasts but a few weeks, these Japanese Hanami celebrations are rooted in the concept of mono no aware, a Japanese term meaning an awareness of impermanence. So Buddhism also teaches that by being conscious of the ephemeral nature of life, we keep a healthy level of detachment from any particular circumstance. So it's like, yo, it ain't gonna last long. This beautiful day, enjoy it while it's here. This challenging experience, it too shall pass. Like, everything changes, everything passes. Get it while it's good, enjoy it, and love it up while it's here. So when cherry comes into your life, there is a need for renewal at the deepest level. Yeah, no shit, for real. Like, I just cannot get this message enough. And it's like, all right then, get in there, go into your darkness, you know? Get in there. Consciously or subconsciously, you may be grieving over the loss of innocence. All too often, innocence is stripped away at an early age by a tough lesson or a wound. We may suddenly realize that our role models are imperfect or that others' intentions can be selfish. Our sexuality is an especially vulnerable place where most of us carry wounds, and some quite deep. So yeah, I mean, if there's something that needs to be healed or addressed, it really, like, now is the time to do that. Maybe you didn't feel like you had enough innocence as a child. Maybe, you became sexually active like way too early and it was just meaningless. And, it's kind of like, or maybe you're just like 41 now and you're like, dang it, I'm not getting any younger. There's a lot of different ways to look at this. Or, maybe it was just like you did think you had a really good role model and then your bubble got burst. It might not even be about popping your cherry. Maybe it's just like your bubble got burst and you're like, oh my God, like a little dose of reality just ruined my life. All right, so anyways, our culture definitely places a high value on youth and purity. Like, come on, the beauty industry just worships the youngsters. Like, they're trying now to change their image, but don't be fooled. They're only doing it so that us old ladies will buy more of their products. But society totally does worship youth. And so we may begin to feel dirty, old, or worn out by the time we've had a few major life experiences. Aging is another natural process that may make us feel as though our very self-worth is dwindling away, as if in finite supply. So this book is so sweet. It says, this is an illusion. Your inner light and value are infinite and always growing. Yeah, so it's just addressing like how society does make us feel, how we make ourselves feel, and it's like we need to tap into our inner self that's made of beautiful love and light so that we understand and know our true worth and our true value. So this sweet cherry tree comes in today she asks us all to remember that life is a process of learning and gathering experiences. Seen in another light, the stripping away of innocence is actually a process of removing the veil that separates us from the divine. By gaining experience, we gain wisdom. No matter what happens in the outside world, you never have to lose your inner sense of innocence or beauty. While it is true that all material things must pass, in the spiritual realm, everything exists in its purest form eternally. The way to healing is through trust in your higher self. You are a part of this pure and everlasting realm. So that is a sweet reminder, for us to understand that we are energy. And even as our bodies do whatever the hell they're doing right now, we do have this pure, everlasting energy in the higher realms that is us eternally. So don't be fooled by the illusions going on down here. Remember who you truly are. So a wonderful practice for us today from the cherry tree card and from the herbal healing deck is to visualize yourself as the perfect innocent person you were before any past trauma. For some, this may mean going back to childhood or even before birth. Like, how far back do you have to go until you can clearly see yourself as an innocent person before any trauma? Yeah, I probably have to go back to infancy. So meditate on your perfect self. And meditating on your perfect self will relieve fear and anxiety at this time. So, see yourself as the infant, or see yourself as a beautiful cherry tree in perpetual bloom. With this inner rejuvenation, you are now able to move forward into fresh situations and relationships with renewed innocence and wonder. So yeah, let's just clear the slate. Let's hit the reset button. Let's see ourselves as pure and innocent and full of love and fresh and full of blossoms, perpetual blossoms. And yeah, let that type of energy, that type of cherry tree energy rejuvenate us. And so then, now, we are ready to move forward with renewed innocence and wonder into fresh situations and fresh relationships and a fresh new perspective. So chickweed is all about perspective. William Blake said, to see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. So thank you for that romance in word form, William Blake. Chickweed is a cool weather annual, common to the temperate regions worldwide. Some people see it as a garden nuisance. Other people see it as delicious food. And if you're smart, you see it as valuable medicine. But it all depends on your perspective. So it likes to grow in gardens and lawns. But yeah, you could probably find it in waste areas and in cities. You know, if you look for it, you probably can find it. It is a tasty little herb. It's delicious. It's nourishing. You can put it in your salad, sandwich. Just eat it right there while you're working in the garden, whatever. Chickweed is full of protein, vitamins, minerals. So it would be really great for someone who's feeling malnourished, anemic, or, just weak, convalescent conditions. So as a medicinal, chickweed has many uses. It's cooling. It clears fever. It will clear infection and inflammation. You could, if you have enough of it fresh, you could use a poultice. You could put it on insect stings, blisters. And if you have it fresh, eat it regularly. It will improve thyroid function and promote weight loss and heals reproductive cysts, just to name a few of its issues. So last night at ladies' night, we were making lemon balm tincture as an activity to do. And of course, lemon balm is not for someone with really low thyroid. So there was one lady there that, this wasn't going to be for her. And she was like asking me like what could help improve her dead thyroid. And so that's really fun that I had forgotten about chickweed, and now I am reminded about chickweed as maybe something that could help improve thyroid function and help, promote weight loss, which she was also maybe interested in. So I'll have to mention chickweed to her next week. All right, so when chickweed shows herself to you, whether in your life or in your right now, she has shown herself to us in this reading. It is time to shift your perspective. So Stellaria Media, her Latin name, reveals her role as a mediator between Earth and the stars. Though the plant grows very close to the ground, her delicate white flowers resemble miniature stars. So just think, even while we plod through our seemingly mundane existence, we are blessed with stars under our feet. Gazing into these tiny flowers, one can sense the energy of the heavens in all things. Whoa, she's deep, man. Chickweed is deep. So the message is if your current situation does not seem particularly beneficial or exciting, take a closer look. Chickweed is easily overlooked, often walked over without notice. Likewise, you may find yourself nursing feelings of unimportance or smallness in the world. However, chickweed is a soothing remedy for the eyes, clearing up conjunctivitis or infection. So, Does that means, are you seeing clearly? Be certain that you aren't overlooking something that seems insignificant but could prove quite useful. So yeah, I love that she's like, change your perspective, look for the meaning, like look into the small things, just look at things differently. Learn to see the macrocosm and the microcosm, the bigger picture of seemingly small events. Do whatever it takes to gain perspective at this time. Seek conversation with someone who has distance from your situation and can see it within the greater context of life. So even last night at ladies' night, I shared a little bit of my ridiculous life, and it was nice to hear people that didn't know, like they weren't in your business like all the time, so their perspective was a little bit different. And I love the advice. It's golden for sure. Thank you, girls. Thank you so much. So what else does chickweed tell us to do? To travel. Any form of travel or change of scenery will do much to open your eyes. Stargazing or contemplating the vastness of the cosmos can also achieve the desired effect. So as you look up at the stars, imagine that they also notice your existence in the same way that you can notice the tiniest of flowers. So look up at the sky and be like, the stars are watching me. They're aware of me. Just as I am aware of these teeny tiny little Stellaria media flowers, I too am noticed in the universe. So chickweed is actually a very sturdy plant. It will remain green under the snow and often blooming before winter's end. Her incredible utility reminds us that even times of slow progress can be advantageous in the long run. It may appear as though nothing is happening and you're not getting anywhere in your life. But know that your desires and efforts are being observed and tended to by the universe. So nothing is pointless. All the seemingly slow snail molasses work you're doing right now, it is for the greater good of yourself. And it is being noticed and tended to by the universe. But if you're bored, any sense of boredom or dullness can be remedied by paying close attention to small details, which will reveal a deeper meaning to you. So that's actually why I love oracle cards and pulling tarot cards and getting messages, because you do get an opportunity to look at the details of the cards, of the meaning of your life, of the symbolism, of the energy, of the thoughts, of the way it makes you feel. Like, that's why I love being an oracle reader, because I love the details. I love the small things. I love connecting the dots. I love the patterns. I love making something out of nothing. I love it. So another cool nerdy factoid note about chickweed is it contains saponins, soap-like components that are thought to dissolve fat from our system. So meanwhile, our body is better able to absorb needed minerals and other nutrients. So the message with that is to let go of any internal baggage that might be weighing you down. So even if you are just a tiny little shit like me, it's like, I don't want to get rid of any fat in my body. Like, I'm already cold. No, but like, you could still be a tiny squirt and be holding a lot of baggage, a lot of junk inside of you. Not just talking cellulite, but we're talking like emotional baggage as well. So let it go. Let it go. And make a practice of choosing to see the good in yourself. You are an important element of the universe's plan. The mere fact that you exist is proof of that. Have no fear that you will miss out on something, For what is yours to experience will come to you in time. If it's yours, and it's meant to be, you will have it. You will experience it. You will come to know it when the timing is right. So chickweed leaves us with the message to dissolve any feelings of exclusion and trust that you are in the right place at the right time always. So know that you belong, know that you matter, know that you are noticed and significant, and the universe is taking care of you, and just trust that you are in the right place at the right time always. So do you know what's really super interesting that I just noticed? Butterfly weed is actually coming in today as a root card. Like we have cherry as a tree, we have chickweed and motherwort as leaves. We're just focusing on that part of the plant. But even though I always think of butterfly weed as a flower, in this deck, it's actually focusing on the root. So, wow. Already our perspective is changing and we're noticing little things that we didn't before. But butterfly weed is all about transformation. There's a proverb that says, just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. Aww. So with bright orange flowers that grace the fields and roadsides of eastern North America, butterfly weed is about a 3-foot tall perennial plant and a member of the milkweed family. So yeah, it definitely attracts butterflies. Hummingbirds love it, bees love it because it's brilliantly colored and its nectar is generous and wonderful for them. So it's also known by the name of pleurisy root. This plant has a history of use by Native Americans and early settlers for bronchial infections. So butterfly weed is known by today's herbalism community to remove stagnation. This refers to lingering infection of the lungs as well as other areas of the body. So that's really cool that it came under chickweed because she also gets the junk out of your body. So we have this message of renewal from cherry, and then we have these 2 herbs now that's saying, yeah, renew yourself and remove the old baggage, remove the junk, remove the stagnation. So in the body, if there was lingering infections in the lungs, pleurisy root could be helpful for that. It could also be applied topically as a lubricating agent to remove clicking or catching of the joints. So that is interesting, isn't it? The plant releases stagnation by moving internal energy outward. This is true for all kinds of stagnation, whether physical or emotional in nature. So, all right, here. So butterfly weed heralds a time of transformation and renewal. And yeah, renewal, another renewal message. So we're seeing that with the cherry, chickweed, and butterfly trio here. The time is ripe with opportunity to transform yourself, especially your creative self. Coming of age, heightened sexual maturity, new artistic pursuits, elevation into higher spiritual realms, and ascension are all areas of growth indicated by butterfly weed. Thank you, goddess energy, because aren't you ready for all of those things? Aren't you ready to just come into yourself as who you are, who you have grown, and who you have transformed yourself to be, your wise self? Aren't you ready for some heightened sexual maturity, some new artistic pursuits, accessing the higher realms, getting out of this mundane, lower vibe 3D bullshit? Aren't you ready to ascend? Yes. When you come out on the other side of this influence, the self you perceive might look very different than the one you know now. So here we go, more different changes in perspective and perception. Rest assured that transformation is the way of nature, and your process is a completely natural one. Yet just as the caterpillar must lose itself, it literally has to lose itself to become a butterfly, you must also let go of portions of yourself that no longer serve you. There are going to be things that you too have to lose, like attachments to past lovers. There's going to be some friends you're going to need to let go, maybe. Actually, all your teachers and belief systems should all be examined too. So basically take a good hard look at everybody and everything in your life and in your mind and figure out what doesn't serve anymore and what needs to be let go. Comb through your life carefully, looking for anything that weighs you down or limits your potential. And then part of me in my mind is like, oh my God, but like, what if it's me weighing myself down and I have to let myself go? Yeah, bitch, you might need to go then. If you truly believe that you were to begin a brand new life today, what would you choose to bring with you and what would you let go? So, I mean, I don't know, like just the shallow part of me is like, yeah, like even your wardrobe, like isn't there even like some stuff that like, come on now, you could probably let that go. That's not even you anymore. Do you want to be that? No, that outfit just says like depressed house mom. Get rid of it. Releasing guilt is especially important now, as this emotion is far too heavy for the spiritual wings you are developing. Many of us still hold guilt in the sacral chakra, the seat of our creativity and our sexuality. So that makes me go back to the cherry tree. If we lost our innocence too soon, we feel guilty about what we've done sexually. Let it go, because you need to fly now, little butterfly. You need to fly, and you don't want that holding you down. So through visualization, energy work, meditation, or ceremony, work to release any guilt or negative attachments you might hold in this area, in your sacral area. Transcending the ordinary may also bring up feelings of guilt about other people's experience of life. Though you may feel the envious eyes of others upon your back, like as you raise your vibration, as you better yourself, other people might be throwing shade, they might be envious. You might feel that. Take care not to absorb or take responsibility for their feelings. Okay, you have to keep on shining your light no matter what. Stay true to yourself and humbly accept the blessings headed your way. Soaring to new heights, traveling great distances, and understanding the universe are more deeply are all possibilities now. So it's like, yeah, because we're coming up on motherwort here in a second, who's talking about initiation, who's talking about more possibilities. Butterfly now is giving us all these new possibilities. Understanding the universe more deeply is a possibility now. New experiences, new heights. I mean, are you ready? While this is a glorious time of growth and evolution in your life, transformation is never easy. Like a caterpillar in a cocoon, you may be tested with the need to become camouflaged, amorphous, stationary, or vulnerable for a time. There might be moments when it feels as though nothing is happening. Do not be fooled, for this is merely an illusion. There is no doubt that stagnant energy is being removed from your entire being. And yeah, we have to remember that, because it's like, oh, I don't know, like my life just feels kind of, yeah, like it's not really going anywhere right now. But if you're doing emotional work, spiritual work, energetic work, you got to almost be still a little bit more to let that energy move out of you. You might need more naps. You might need to sleep. You might just need to be kind of low energy for a while as you release, release, release. Okay, so butterfly weed ends by telling us that strong emotions are natural at this time of intense change. Be gentle on yourself throughout this process and let these emotions wash over you like cleansing waves. Have patience as you wait for the right moment to emerge. Your new wings may take some practice to use, but entry into a transformed reality is assured. So yeah, back to that divine timing, being patient, waiting for that perfect time to emerge and be your true self when you are ready. When you are ready. But for sure, changes are happening. A new reality is lined up for you. And you know what? You are ready. Oh my gosh, are you like starting to feel really excited? I mean, think of like the possibilities that you know of and that you don't know of. Think of the possibility of who you are becoming with this change in perspective, this renewal, this incredible transformation that you have been going through. Like, it's been a long time coming for me, girl. And I'm like excited. I'm excited to have a weekend now and see where it leads me and come back Monday and just be like, hey, it's me. And maybe I'll just be totally different Monday. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll get my podcast published before 10 o'clock. That'd be cool. Maybe I'm like done with this negative judgmenty stuff. That'd be cool. Like maybe I will just feel like I mean, who even knows? It's just incredible. All right, so I'm excited. And we're going to wrap it up here now with a little hangout with Motherwort. And she is intense. She really is. And I mean, you could stare into her eyes all day, but trust me, you'll be the one to look away first. You know, it's that kind of gaze. She's incredible. I love that along her stem, she has her chakras. Well, definitely it looks like her heart and sacral chakra and her third eye and maybe her earth star base chakra. She's got several of her chakras lit up. So let's just see what's going on here. There's a quote by Robert Anton Wilson who said, "A true initiation never ends." That's probably the truth. That is probably accurate. A true initiation never ends. So Motherwort is a member of the mint family. She has some incredible key uses in herbal medicine. True to its name, this plant facilitates labor and birth by stimulating the universe. That's so funny. The uterus. But I love that I called it the universe. That's hilarious. That is sweet. That is true. All right, so it's definitely a uterine stimulant. It brings on delayed menstrual cycle. It can help alleviate cramps, and really just generally for PMS, it is a great herbal ally to have in your life. It also lives up to its botanical name, which is Leonaris cardiaca. Cardiaca, of course, comes from the Latin word for heart. And Motherwort eases nervous conditions of the heart. It's good for palpitations. It's good for high blood pressure. I mean, I love it for when I'm feeling overwhelmed and anxious. As a relaxing agent, it soothes those with hyperthyroidism, chronic anxiety, and nervousness. So Leonaris is related to the word lion. Many suggest the connection to be of the flower stalk's resemblance to a lion's tail. but it could also be a reference to the astrological sign of Leo, which rules the heart. So it's a very interesting plant. Motherwort was definitely the herb that changed my life, changed my perspective on herbalism, and how herbs could help my mental state and my emotional well-being. Like, it was life-changing. So she's here today. She's come into our reading today to facilitate an initiation within our lives. So it's going on. It's going down, you guys. We have been doing our work. We're continuing to renew ourselves. We're changing our perspective. We're transforming. We're pretty much transformed. It's happening. An initiation is happening within our life. The birth of something new is at hand, something that will instigate a new way of being. So I'm feeling thankful for that. So in this book, it talks about physical birth now, a major initiation for everyone involved. 2 people become parents, 1 becomes a child, and many more become relatives. Everyone's changed with the birth of a new baby. Just as becoming a mother changes everything, oh yeah, it changes the body, your values, your perspective, your daily routine, your focus, like everything is going to change when you become a mom. So too can a new project, a relationship, or a viewpoint. So there are a lot, besides sweet babies, there's a lot of other new things that you can birth in your life. You may give birth to something that changes your life in some way. Yeah, it could literally be a child, but it also could be another kind of creation. So like a new project, a new idea, a new way of being, a new you. Yeah, honey, a new you. Drawing motherwort could also indicate an initiation into a circle of friends, a spiritual group, a school, or a tradition. Another side of this influence involves the entrance into maturity or adulthood, or a graduation from one level to another. So yeah, I mean, maybe like I'm going to finally be a grown-up now. Maybe that. Right? Like finally being initiated and birthing into a new aspect of ourselves. So looking back at this time, you might recognize a turning point whereby you left one reality or paradigm and entered another. Motherwort is a wonderful healer for those cut off from the mother archetype in any way. So, you know, we started off today with Cherry, who it's like was kind of touching upon us losing our role models or our innocence. And, you know, if there's mother healing that needs to happen, this is really a beautiful energetic right now lined up to do that. The act of breastfeeding nourishes the heart chakra for both mother and child. If we have experienced a lack of emotional support from our mother, the heart may harbor pain that needs to be released. So if you have any heaviness around your heart, just like the butterfly weed was saying and chickweed was saying, you gotta let that go now. You gotta let that go now. Because, yeah, that heaviness, that pain around your heart space, this could manifest as issues with one's own maternal figure or difficulty embodying the process of creation. Ooh, so as we're talking about the law of manifestation today too, we want to clean up this energy so we can be better manifestors. Motherwort will help clear up any lack of flow you may be experiencing. Changes with your own mother might also come up at this time. So take a deep breath and open up your heart to the process. Open up your heart to allow the energy to flow, to allow that pain to be released, and to allow this new initiation to take place in your life. At such a critical time of movement, it is important to remain focused on where you're headed. Okay, so open your eyes now. Hold your intention for the kind of life you would like to create. I'm going to repeat that again because we are talking about the law of manifestation today, and we are talking about where we are putting our thoughts. Hold your intention for the kind of life you would like to create. Get your heart involved with this process. Really listen to its urgings and messages. So as the law of manifestation was talking about, actions, sounds, techniques, mental energy, and symbols that we can utilize to help us manifest, intentions are a powerful tool of manifestation. So while initiation can be an exciting time, it can also be a difficult passage to undergo. Ceremonial initiations into a spiritual tradition are often very arduous and even dangerous. Yet why am I laughing at that? Because I would be like, no. Yet the tougher the initiation, the deeper one can go into the experience of life. But yeah, you know what? My birthing experiences, 2 out of 3 of them were completely arduous and tough and difficult. And I'm sure that made me a more fierce mother. Do you know what I mean? I brought this baby in, back off. Really, talking about lion energy, becoming a mother is like nothing else. So childbirth is also very laborious for both the mother and child, yet the results are miraculous. Remember, constriction and limitation are sometimes needed before a new world can open up. So motherwort leaves us with the message that a different type of existence awaits you, beckoning from the other side of the birth canal. So if we've been having a difficult time, it's because life, aka the birth canal, is just squeezing us and constricting us and pushing us out into a new world, a new reality, and a new way of being. So hold on to your socks, y'all. So I just feel like all these cards are do what you need to do this weekend. Do what you need to do to kind of complete this birthing process now, okay? You need to renew yourself. You need to change your perspective, then change it up. You just need to allow yourself to trust and transform and give yourself that space to kind of get a feel for your new wings. Okay, you do that. You do whatever it takes now to make this initiation, this birthing process, this transformation, this entering into a new aspect of your new life, whatever it is you need to do to make that happen, to allow that to happen, to open it to happen, do it. So thank you, cherry. Thank you, chickweed. Thank you, butterfly weed. And thank you, motherwort. Just makes me want to tear up when I talk about motherwort. Thank you so much for being there for us, because it hasn't been easy. It really has not been easy at all. But guess what? When it's all said and done and we pull our shit together, we're going to say it was worth it. It was worth it. We're going to clear our throat and become a little stronger and become a little wiser and become a little clearer and become more of who we are. and say proudly and confidently and lovingly and kindly, it was worth it. So on that note, y'all, enjoy your weekend and do whatever it takes, and I will see you back here Monday morning for sure. Baby, it's worth it. It really, truly is. And so it is.